Alright guys, Legendary here to do the impossible challenge for the third time. This third take, I'm getting sick of it. I'm not even restricting myself to weapons this time, and it's still proving a nightmare. I'm getting really irritated. Because I want to do this in one go. I don't want to have to show you the last few rounds. I don't have to show you the last few rounds at the end and just stick them on and go, oh, I'll be right back once I do the other rounds again and keep the commentary. I just don't want to pause for that long just for 5 rounds of shit. I just don't. It's really fucking pissing me off at this point. And I'm not paying attention. It's my own fault for not paying attention to my health. See what I mean? I'm getting hit by stupid things like that. And I can't rely on my health to go up, and I can't rely on my armor because I don't fucking have any armor. I can't. I just have to be... I have to dodge everything. I'm not dodging well. It's those dinosaurs that keep getting me, because I keep like thinking I can hit them with my wrench when they get to me, but they're invulnerable. Once they go into their attack animation, their headbutting animation, they're not susceptible to your attack, to your wrench attack. They'll still hit you, and they won't get damaged. So doing that's stupid. And you can only fire one bouncer at a time, and all the cluster bombs have to be gone before you can fire another one. You know, their pathetic attempt to nerf this weapon that just owns everything in its path. But yeah, I'm going to do this over and over again. My ears starting to really play up. Like, it seems to be getting more noticeable the more I talk and the more I listen to the game. And I don't have it up very loud, but I'm recovering from like a flu or a cold or sinusitis, whatever the hell you call it. And I keep getting this thing where my right ear just picks up bass way more than it used to. Like it's swollen and it goes all echoey and stuff. And it's really, really annoying. And just will not go away. My left ear like hurts. It feels like it's got an ache in it from the congestion that's in it, from the sound making the congestion oscillate, I guess. I don't know. Or irritation or something. I'm not a doctor, so I have no clue. I can only make educated guesses. If my friend who's studying medicine is watching, please tell me what's wrong with me so I can fix myself. Because this sucks. And yes, I've been to doctors and I've taken my antibiotics. That's half the problem. I've taken all my antibiotics, but I'm still suffering a few symptoms. And I mean, if the disease hasn't been completely eradicated, that means that the few, I don't know what you call them, the matter, the remnants of this disease that are in my body are now super resistant to the antibiotics that I've taken, and they will reproduce and form this super bug that will be even harder to get rid of, and I don't want that to happen. So if I need more antibiotics, I need to get them right now, before that happens, before it starts reproducing inside me. But I don't know if it's gone or not, if I'm still suffering symptoms for some other reason, I just don't know. It's really getting me. I mean, I have a comedy competition coming up in February, so this needs to go away, including all the gunk in my throat. I'd rather that be gone as well, because that's making it hard to deliver lines and stuff. It really is. Okay, but like, I don't know, look where the enemies are? Seriously. Yeah, it's just irritating. I'm not even sure what jokes I'm going to tell for it. We just got owned. I'm not sure what jokes I'm going to tell for it, because I've got like 5 minutes for this thing. 5 minutes time allowance, and if you go over 5 minutes, they cut your microphone off. So really, I have 3 to 4 minutes, allowing 1 to 2 minutes to either cover bombs or deal with hecklers or whatever. Not that that's going to happen, you better be safe than sorry. And to allow for laughter, in case jokes get more laughter than I think they will. Excuse me. I don't know how many jokes that would require, depending on the length of the jokes, but that's not even a page of jokes that I need. And I've got pages and pages and pages and pages, so it's just a matter of finding the best ones and putting them all together. I'm not sure if I'm gonna... It seems to be going for a, or I seem to want to go for, hypocrisy, irony, and wordplay. I want to go for the more intellectual stuff. Because I want to come off this looking really clever and really sharp. Because most of the comedians who go into this, not that they're dumb, but they usually tell, from what I'm seeing, most of the comedians who, get to the grand final and stuff, they seem to be talking about, like, their personal lives and shit, which is fine, but I'm trying to come off as different, because they specify in the guidelines, be unique, be individual. We're looking for unique talents, so I figure by addressing hypocrisies and, you know, irony is one of the best things you can find. It's beautiful. But, yeah, I think, well, fuck off, seriously. I think that and some wordplay will go down nicely. I don't think it'll be necessarily all linked and stuff. But, yeah, I'm thinking of hypocrisy, irony, and wordplay. Like, there are a few jokes which I'm like, they're definitely going to be in there. I think that one of the jokes I even sort of told in episode 10 of the Ratchet and Clank 1 LP. I remember telling it, kind of, like a butchered version, without the verbal finesse. It was like, why is a 16-year-old allowed to have sex, but why must you be 16 to have sex, but be 18? Why do you have to be 18 to watch pornography? Doesn't that sound a bit backwards? Like, can you name one other thing that you're allowed to do with someone else 2 years before you're allowed to watch two other people doing it on a TV screen or something? Like, a 16-year-old guy can, with a 16-year-old girl's permission, take her clothes off, make out with her, feel her up, put his finger in her pussy and her ass in her mouth, put her dick in her pussy and her ass in her mouth, fuck her missionary style, fuck her doggy style, fuck her against the wall, down the hole, and he can even come in her mouth at the end of all that. But if he watches a striptease on RedTube, that's going too far, and he needs to be disciplined. That makes no sense to me. And also, we have an atheist Prime Minister in Australia, Julia Gillard, but she opposes gay marriage on the traditionalist argument that marriage should just remain as a man and woman because it always has, and that's the way it just should stay. It's a fucking dumb argument, and has no ground in any rationale of anything ever that's ever made sense. And it's like, if you are the first female, first unmarried, first childless, and first atheist Prime Minister of a patriarchal society whose legal system is rooted in Judeo-Christian morality, you are not allowed to talk about tradition or defend anything on the grounds of tradition, ever, at all. You are not allowed. If we're going to go by the tradition of, or if we're going to go by the principle of tradition, then surely we should be, you know, going by the tradition that women shouldn't be allowed to work, and that women shouldn't be paid the same, and women shouldn't be allowed outside. If this woman wants to go by the principle of tradition, she must quit her fucking job. And I'm sure there are a lot of people in this country who'd like to see her quit her fucking job. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to think of other hypocrisies where I can't really think of any. I think as I said, wordplay would be the other one that I'd be doing. Love me some wordplay. What? There was a nihilistic. Yeah, that's right. Not that this is true. The audience doesn't know this isn't true. But like, I have a nihilistic girlfriend. I turn her on by whispering sweet nothings in her ear, something like that. It sounds like these jokes have been told before, and it sucks. Like, when I come up with a joke and I'm like, I swear to God, that sounds so old. Even when I know it's not, it kind of sounds like someone's come up with it already. I always Google search it to make sure. And even if it's been made as an offhand remark on a forum and not by an actual stand-up comedian, I'm like, nope, can't use it. Because I don't want to get caught for plagiarism, even though it's not plagiarism. I mean, if I come up with a joke in my own head, I've thought of it. It's my joke, even if someone else thought of it as well. Like, I remember watching, I remember coming up with a joke that says, I don't understand the phrase, in your own words. No one has their own words. In the writing industry, we call that cheating. The thing is, in 1996, in a HBO special called Back in Town, George Carlin makes the exact same joke, and I hadn't watched that special when I came up with the joke. I came up with the joke before I watched the special, and it was so weird. I was watching the special, and he was doing a routine on funny expressions that we have, funny everyday expressions, and it was so weird. When he got to the end, before he'd even told the joke, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna tell my fucking joke, and he did. And I was so... Part of me was really happy. I'm like, oh my god, I came up with a George Carlin joke. That is amazing. But part of me was like, fuck, I can never tell that now. That makes me sad. I thought that was clever, and I can't say it. Bullshit. Sometimes you just get beaten to the punch by the pros, man. It sucks. But I've noticed, like, I was watching a special by a comedian by the name of Will Anderson yesterday, and he's pretty good. He's not the best comic, but I do like the fact that he covers social issues and things like that. I think that's really cool. The stand-up special that I watched had a lot of swearing, and I mean, not that I have anything against swearing, most certainly not. But when you use it too much, it's kind of like you're defeating the effect the words have. Please stop. That just kind of gets on my tits, and I don't like it. I like clever use and restrained use, not just of swearing, but of all language. I guess I go by the principle that you should use the minimum amount of words and the minimum amount of strength to get the maximum amount of meaning and impact. And when you're saying fucking this, fucking that every 2 seconds, it just defeats the purpose of the word. So yeah, I preach moderation in all linguistic endeavors, I suppose you could say. Don't kill me again. Fucking please. I'm trying to think of another wordplay joke, but anyway, yeah. What was I talking about? Will Anderson. Yeah. Will Anderson. But he was talking about the war on drugs, and this special was filmed in 2009, so it's pretty recent. And he said the war on drugs is over, and drugs won. Thing is, Bill Hicks did a similar joke, like in maybe it was either 1989 or 1991, around that time, and he said, you know what the war on drugs implies? That there's a war going on, and drugs are winning it. It's like the same fucking joke, but just worded slightly differently. And I swear to God, he stole that. Here we go. We're gonna win. 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 Did we win? Thank fucking Christ. Oh. Honestly, I'm fucking... Yeah, we won. You have no idea how frustrated I was when I lost the first 2 times. Oh. Because I basically just did the same commentary 3 times. Which I guess is good in that I can refine it, but it's like, I don't want to repeat myself. Fucking hell. But you know what's strange? I don't repeat comic monologues. I remember the first comic monologue I did, I repeated it pretty much verbatim 4 times. After that though, I've written like a different monologue every time I've performed, and it's been really weird. I just put together these different strings of different jokes, and just, I haven't had anything consistent to go off, which isn't good. And the first monologue I had was really successful. It hit all the marks, and it was really funny. I could probably use jokes from that, like my favorite joke that I've ever come up with is, what was it? People say I have a superiority complex. I don't find superiority that complicated. I don't think I've ever come up with a joke that's topped that. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am proud of some of the jokes that I've come up with. I think that's a pretty good one. But it's sad that my best joke is like one I came up with on the spot when I was like 16. Because it's the first monologue I wrote. I kind of just winged it and just went into Microsoft Word and just wrote this thing. None of it was really planned. It was like half improvised. And it just worked. It was so much of a fluke, man. I'm going back to the hoverbike races, by the way, because someone said... that I did... No, he's wrong. Someone on part 19 said that I did one of the hoverbike courses twice, and they're clearly wrong. Thanks for wasting my fucking time, kid. Like, goddamn, I hate you. I hate you, and you should kill yourself. That's how angry I am right now, goddamn. I'll rephrase that so you don't feel like a dick. If you're gonna make a comment like you forgot to do something, actually watch the video because you don't. Or watch it again and just make sure. Yeah, anyway. I feel like talking more, but I don't know what else I can do. I don't know what else there is to do. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, hold on. How many skill points do I have? 7? Already? Shit. Yeah, that makes sense. 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 What's the other one? Oh, yeah, there are quite a few that I've done recently. I've kind of reminded myself not to delete the raw footage. Yeah, I want to talk some more, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to go to... Oh, no, I guess we can do some skill points, but I'll have to do that in post. Because the skill point ones will be highly edited. Because I'm going to collect everything I can before I go and do the final boss. So, yeah, I guess that's it for me. So I guess we'll go to... I know I've got a skill point to get there, so we'll start off at Oozla, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later.
One more of these, in your own words. People say that to you. You know when you hear that a lot in a classroom or in a courtroom, they'll say to you, tell us in your own words. Do you have your own words? Hey, I'm using the ones everybody else has been using. Next time they tell you to say something in your own words, say, Nick Flat Blarney Quando Flu.